All right, we're back. So, so let's recap what we've done so far. So the first video, we kind of just we kept the same root, and then we changed the quality of the chord just to kind of get them all under our fingers. The second video, we took it through a major scale, right? Right. So now, those are two like good places to just start to get those different shapes under your finger. Now I'd like to try have us play a song, or a song form, I should say. So let's see here. 12 bar blues. 12 bar blues. So bar is slang for a measure. I'm going to write this out. So each one of these numbers is going to equal 4 beats. If that doesn't make sense, just hang in there when I play through it. Hopefully it will. So this is one chord. And you notice these are all dominant sevenths. So we're going to get extra practice playing these. This is about as basic of a blues that we can make it. From here we can add complexity, we can add subs, and we often do. But for us just to kind of get used to playing these chords and playing time, I think this is a great place to start. So let's start off with G. So if you remember, a G major scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. If I take the 1, the 4, and the 5, that's what we need. So now 1 is going to equal G7, right? So we do that for 4 measures. Then it goes to C7, back to G7, D7. And by the way, these are like 1 bar repeat symbols. And then back to G7. I like putting the 5 chord at the ends. You could argue that this could be just a 1-7, but I like putting it there. You could say that's an alteration already, but to me it helps us hear where the form starts again. So I'm going to play through that and see if this sounds familiar. So 1, 2, 3, G7. I'm going to go over to the next string, play a C7. Go back to G7. Maybe my mic isn't loud enough here. How about this? There we go. Back to G7. And then we go to D7. And back to G7. And back to D7. Now, I know a lot of times in a blues, they'll go to a 4-7 chord there. So you'll get kind of like this, That's really common in, I'd say, the blues world, but I say in jazz, you don't see that as often. More often than not, you see like a C minor, or I'm sorry, you would see a 2 minor. So in this case, it'd be like an A minor 7 to a D7, Or that's probably more akin to like going from a C chord up to a D chord. More like that kind of. Right? So, but for now, just trust me on this one that we're going to keep it simple. So resist the urge to do the normal blues cadence. Oh, I guess that's as far as I can undo here. Let's see, let me erase this. So let me jump over to a guitar neck here. Let me get the vertical neck. There we go. Let me clear this out. Okay, so we were at G. Let me get the right guy here. So if you remember, if G is going to be on the low E string, we'll do pattern 4 or E shape. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have your 4 chord and your 5 chord here. So this is going to be C. Now I want you to start noticing something visually here. You'll see this once we do this in another key, but if the 1 chord is on the low E string, you go up, that's where the 4 chord is, and then the 5 chord would be up like this. So you kind of create a shape like an L shape, right? Or now, I don't know, would that be like a 7 or something like that? Getting ahead of myself. It's the L the other way. So going back to our blues, split view. There we go. So G7. Refer to your sheet there, but you'll see that that's a dominant 7. These are all dominant 7 shapes. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 measures, 4 measures. Here comes the C7. So that's what that sounds like in G. Let's learn, let's do a D blues. So going back again, we kind of look at our little template. Let's see here, let me get this going. So D major is going to be, I'll write out the scale, D, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So we only need to worry about the 1, the 4, and the 5, right? So let's fill out the blues here. D7, that's for 4 bars. Then it goes to G7. Oh, sorry. Oy vey. All right, here we go. All right, D7. A7, back to D7, A7. So going back to our sheet over here, let's say we have a D note, so this would be like 5th fret. If I count down, so this be, you know, I'm thinking at this case it'd be C shape, major scale. So if I count down, you know, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4. So right there you got your A, and you got G. So that kind of that shape that we're talking about. So where before we had kind of this guy, now it's going to look like this. Oh, come on now. And that's the L shape. I don't know if that helps you. I was always very, you know, I see like a lot of shapes and you know visual patterns. So if you're like that, hopefully that helps you. But okay. So what does that look like? Going back to our blues. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to the 4 chord. G7. Back to D7. 5 chord. Okay. Oh, let's pick another random key. Let's see. Let's do an E7 blues up here. 1, 2. So what I'm trying to get at here is hopefully you can see like the root shape here. So if it starts on the A string, you know, if you think of a power chord, there's your 4 chord. Or if you go just up 1 string, that's the 5. So 1, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4. Or 1, 7, 6, 5. All right. So this is E7. That's your 1 chord. Your 4 chord. This is your 5 chord. All right. So let's see. Now we're going to go away from this. We're going to try to play without thinking of the, we're just going to think of not the letter names, but the number names. So this is 1. 1, second measure, third measure, fourth measure, and A7. Back to E7, B7, back to A. All right, let's pick another key. Let's do C7, but this time we want the root on the low E string. We did, no, we did D, so we haven't done C7 there. So let's do it on the low E string. So if you remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 4, 5. Right? So this is going to be our 1 chord. This is our 4 chord, 5 chord. All right, let's play through a blues there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third measure, fourth measure. Here's the 4 chord. Back to 1. 5 chord. 1 chord. 5 chord. Let's do another chord. So there's a couple courses of the blues. The next one, I want to go into a chord progression that's going to use a lot more of our chord quality types. We're going to go into autumn leaves. So see you on the next video.